Guatemala. Guatemala is a destination that captivates from the very first step. Among majestic volcanoes, mirror-like lakes, and vibrant towns, every corner holds a story that beats with life. Here, the Mayan past and colonial heritage intertwine with the everyday joy of its people. Can you imagine sipping coffee overlooking a volcano or getting lost among markets bursting with color? This country isn't just visited, it's experienced. In its flavors, its music, and the smiles of its inhabitants. Small on the map, but immense in beauty, Guatemala invites you to discover it with calm and an open heart. Antigua, Guatemala, where the past walks along cobblestone streets. Living in Antigua, Guatemala is like stepping into a time machine. But with an internet connection, its cobblestone streets, colonial facades, and the surrounding volcanoes create a unique, almost magical atmosphere. Here, life tastes like freshly ground coffee and living history. Did you know that this city was the capital of the Kingdom of Guatemala in the 16th century? Its Baroque churches, like La Merced and San Francisco, still retain the splendor of that era, and historical documents narrate centuries of art, religion, and resistance. Locals live with a contagious calm amidst the aromas of artisanal chocolate and music that drifts through colonial courtyards. In Antigua, every corner tells a story. Ruins that blend with modern shops, patios overflowing with bougainvillea, and tourists who fall in love at first sight. It's a city where time seems to stand still, allowing for contemplation. Can you imagine waking up with a view of an active volcano? Antigua isn't just visited, it's experienced. And upon leaving its streets, one feels that a part of their soul remains among its stones. From here, the road leads us to a place where the sky is reflected in the deepest body of water in Central America. Lake Atitlan, the mirror of the volcanoes. They say that Lake Atitlan isn't just observed. It's experienced. Its blue surface, surrounded by the majestic volcanoes Atitlan, Toliman, and San Pedro, reflects sunrises that seem straight out of a dream. Life here unfolds at a serene pace. Fishermen waving from their canoes, tourists meditating by the water's edge, and Mayan women dyeing fabrics with the colors of the rainbow. Would you like to start your day with a coffee in Panajakel as the sun paints the lake gold? This place has the power to make you lose track of time. Geological studies reveal that Atitlan was formed after a massive eruption more than 80,000 years ago. And cultural records speak of towns like San Juan and Santiago, where Mayan traditions remain as vibrant as ever. Here, each town has its own character, its own language, and its own smile. Atitlan is not just a landscape, it is identity. Those who sit by its waters understand that true luxury lies in simplicity. From its crystalline shores, the journey continues into the verdant heart of the jungle, where ancient temples still whisper stories to the wind. Tikal, the silent roar of the Mayan jungle. Walking through Tikal is to enter the soul of a civilization that left an indelible mark. Among giant ceiba trees and the murmur of toucans, pyramids emerge, reaching for the sky. Did you know that Tikal was one of the most powerful cities in the Mayan world? Its temples, such as the Temple of the Great Jaguar or the Temple of the Masks, hold secrets that archaeologists are still trying to decipher. Ancient documents reveal an advanced empire, with astronomy, writing, and architecture of another level. Sunrise in Tikal is a natural and spiritual spectacle. Mist shrouds the ruins. As the sun awakens the jungle, it is impossible not to feel awe at the magnitude of its history. Here, every stone has a voice. And every sound of the jungle seems part of an eternal symphony. Would you dare to climb Temple 4 and gaze upon the endless jungle? Tikal is an experience that changes you from within. From the Mayan mystery, we now move toward a hidden paradise nestled among mountains and emerald waters. Semucxampe, Guatemala's green secret. Semucxampe is one of those places that seems straight out of a fairy tale. In the heart of the Alta Verapaz jungle, a series of natural pools of breathtaking turquoise water lie hidden. The Cahabon River flows beneath a limestone formation, creating a unique phenomenon. Can you imagine swimming in crystal clear waters, surrounded by butterflies and tropical rainforest? Here, everything seems unrealistically beautiful. Tourist brochures call it the most beautiful natural bridge in the country, and they're not exaggerating. Furthermore, the local communities care for this treasure with love and respect. Hiking the trails to the viewpoint is a challenge rewarded with a view that looks like a painting. Semuc Champay invites adventure, but also tranquility. It's the kind of place where time melts away amidst laughter and splashing. And from its enchanted waters, we set off for a place where color and faith intertwine each week. Chichicastenango, the spiritual heart of the highlands. In Chichicastenango, every day feels like a celebration. Its streets overflow with colors, aromas, and songs. The market, one of the most famous in Latin America, is a vibrant explosion of life. Here you can find everything from carved masks to textiles embroidered with ancestral patience. Did you know that the religious documents from this place preserve the Popol Vuh, the sacred book of the Maya? The blend of indigenous and Catholic traditions creates a mystical atmosphere. The smoke of incense rises alongside prayers in Quiche. It's impossible not to be swept away by the energy of the place. The people of Chichi, as it's affectionately known, live with a deep connection to the land and their ancestors. If you're wondering whether it's worth getting lost among its stalls, the answer is a resounding yes. From the vibrant colors of the market, we now move to the silvery gray of the heights, where fire and stars meet. Acatenango Volcano, the sleeping giant gazing at the fire. Climbing Acatenango Volcano is an adventure recounted with laughter and gasps of breath. At over 3,900 meters, the air becomes pure. And the silence absolute. But the spectacle begins when night falls, right in front of you. The Fuego volcano flashes red into the sky. Have you ever seen an active volcano so close? It's a natural dance that leaves you speechless. Geographical records show that this is one of the highest points in the country. Local guides accompany you every step of the way, guaranteeing a safe and unique experience. Sleeping at this altitude, under a sky full of stars, is an experience you'll never forget. And at dawn, the sea of clouds seems to float beneath your feet. From the fiery peaks, we descend to another volcano, younger, but just as fascinating. Pacaya Volcano, gentle fire and safe adventures. Pacaya is Guatemala's most playful volcano. Active, yet accessible, it allows you to experience the thrill without danger. The trails wind through petrified lava flows, and the wind carries a sulfurous scent, a reminder that the earth is alive. Would you dare to roast marshmallows on a hot rock? It's a tradition here. Geological records confirm that Pacaya has had moderate eruptions for centuries, but they have always been monitored and controlled. The hike is easy, and the views are spectacular. From the summit, you can see the valley and the Agua volcano in the distance. It's the kind of excursion that combines adrenaline and natural beauty. And after this fiery hike, the cultural vibrancy of a city that beats to the rhythm of youth awaits us. Quetzaltenango, a modern soul with an indigenous heart. Quetzaltenango, or Ixala as the locals call it, is a charming blend of Mayan tradition and cosmopolitan spirit. Surrounded by mountains, its fresh air invites long walks and deep conversations. Did you know it's the second largest city in Guatemala and a center for art and education? Its 19th century European architecture still graces the plazas and theaters. Municipal documents reveal its historical importance as a center of commerce and culture. Ixala pulsates with art cafes, Spanish schools, and music festivals. It's the ideal place for those seeking to experience authentic Guatemalan culture without sacrificing modern comforts. From its lively streets, the route leads us to the coast, where Garifuna culture sings along the Caribbean Sea. Livingston, where the Caribbean has an African soul. Livingston is unlike any other corner of the country. Its streets are filled with garifuna, rhythms, broad smiles, and the aroma of coconut in every dish. Here, life is pure Caribbean joy. Can you imagine dancing punta by the sea as the sun sets? This is the only place in Guatemala where Spanish coexists with Garifuna and Creole English. Ethnographic documents show how the descendants of Africans, Mayans, and Europeans created a unique cultural identity. The colorful houses, the drums, the fishermen, everything in Livingston vibrates with contagious energy. It's a port where time is measured in tides and smiles. From this musical haven, we continue our journey upriver toward one of the most serene landscapes in the country. Dulce River, the hidden gem between the jungle and the sea. Rio Dulce is the tropical paradise that connects Lake Izabal to the Caribbean. Its tranquil waters meander between jungle-covered mountains, and herons soar overhead at sunset. Have you ever sailed through natural canyons? Blanketed in vegetation, it's like floating inside a living documentary. Tourist guides highlight its colonial fortresses, such as the Castillo de San Felipe, built to protect the region from pirates. Today, it's a place for relaxation and adventure. Many travelers arrive by sailboat and stay longer than planned, drawn by the calm river and the local hospitality. Rio Dulce is the perfect ending to a journey that began among colonial stones and ends amidst reflections of water and sun. Flores, the gateway to the Mayan world. Flores is a small gem floating on Lake Petén Itzá. Its cobblestone streets, colorful houses, and tranquil atmosphere make it the perfect starting point for exploring northern Guatemala. Did you know that before the arrival of the Spanish, it was the last independent Mayan city, known as Tayasal? Historical documents describe it as a powerful cultural stronghold, where the Itzá Maya resisted for centuries. Today, life here unfolds amidst the sound of oars and the calls of toucans. As evening falls, the sun's reflections paint the lake in golden hues. Travelers enjoy strolling along the boardwalk or sipping lemonade under the pink sky. Flores has that charm that makes you want to linger a little longer without rushing. Can you imagine waking up surrounded by water and jungle? From this tranquil corner, the adventure continues to an even more picturesque island, where history and serenity intertwine. Flores Island, the floating heart of Petén. Flores Island is like a little treasure straight out of a fairy tale, with its cobblestone streets, romantic atmosphere, and balconies overlooking the lake. This place captivates all who visit. Would you like to explore it all in a single afternoon? You can. Well, it's only about 500 meters in diameter. But it's brimming with life, art, and flavor. Municipal records reveal that it was restored with deep respect for its Mayan and colonial heritage. At night, the island lights up and the sound of music fills the air. Floating restaurants serve fresh fish, and boats glide like fireflies across the water. It's a place to fall in love with. And why not? To write your own story. Flores Island is the heart of Petén, the perfect prelude before continuing on to the highland villages. Where water, volcanoes, and Mayan culture once again take center stage. Panajachel, the window to Lake Atitlan. Panajachel, or Pana, as the locals call it, is a meeting point for dreamers. Facing the majestic Lake Atitlan, the town vibrates with creative and bohemian energy. Its streets are filled with handicrafts, cozy cafes, and colors that seem to rival those of the sky. Can you imagine walking down Santander Street while the lake smiles down at you in the distance? Tourist brochures describe it as the cultural center of the lake, where languages, traditions, and laughter mingle. At sunset, the volcanoes reflect their silhouettes on the water, and the air fills with guitars and conversation. Panajachel has that perfect balance between tranquility and activity. Here, life is savored in slow sips and expansive views. From this natural balcony, the journey takes us to a neighboring town that holds the deepest soul of the lake. Quetzal Biotope, Sanctuary of the Sacred Bird. The Quetzal Biotope is a natural paradise where the silence is broken only by the beating of wings. This sanctuary protects the quetzal, a mythical bird and symbol of freedom. Can you imagine walking through humid forests? And hearing its call? Ecological studies consider it one of the most important areas for the conservation of endemic species. The biotope's trails invite contemplation. Ancient trees, tiny waterfalls, and a mist that seems to float above the moss. Here, every step is a connection to life in its purest form. It's a reminder of nature's fragility and beauty. From this enchanted forest, the trail leads us to a magical lagoon of impossible colors. El Mirador, the lost city of the Mayan world. El Mirador is the sleeping giant of the Petén, hidden in the densest jungle. This ancient Mayan city boasts one of the largest pyramids in the world, La Danta. Yes, taller than many European cathedrals. Archaeological evidence indicates that the classic Mayan civilization was born here. Would you like to walk among ruins, covered in roots, and feel like an explorer? The journey to El Mirador is not easy. It requires hiking or flying by helicopter, but the reward is unparalleled. From the platforms, you can observe the vast green expanse and hear the wind whispering through the trees. This place invites silence and reflection. It is the very history of the continent. From the depths of the past, we now travel to a more accessible, yet equally fascinating site. Iximché, the city of corn and ancestors. Iximché, whose name in the Quiché language means corn tree, was one of the most important capitals of the Mayan world in the Guatemalan highlands, nestled among the cool valleys of Tecpan. The spiritual energy that permeated the ceremonies of the ancient Cachiquel people can still be felt. Did you know that the first meeting between Mayan leaders and the Spanish conquistadors took place here in the 16th century? Colonial documents mention Iximché as the place where alliances were forged and historic pacts sealed. Walking through its ruins is like entering a silent realm where the stones hold ancient voices. The altars are still used for Mayan rituals, and the smoke of copal incense rises to the sky, a reminder that time does not erase everything. The mountainous landscape surrounding the archaeological site envelops the visitor in an atmosphere of respect and serenity. Would you dare to participate in a traditional ceremony to ask for good energy? Iximche is not just history, it's connection, identity, and national pride. From its sacred ruins, the path leads us to another fortress that also defied the passage of time and the mountains. Santa Catarina Palopo, a blue rainbow by the lake. Santa Catarina Palopo is a shining example of how art can transform a community. This small town, located on the shores of Lake Atitlan, decided a few years ago to paint all its houses in shades of blue and turquoise, inspired by the color of the lake and traditional Mayan textiles. The community project documents explain that it was a local initiative to strengthen cultural identity and attract responsible tourism. Today, every facade is a work of art. Birds, geometric patterns, and symbolic figures decorate the walls, while women weave in doorways with threads that seem to reflect the water. Can you imagine living in a place where every house tells a story? The town's energy is contagious. Visitors are captivated by the harmony between tradition and modernity. Moreover, the views from Santa Catarina toward the volcanoes are picture perfect. Here, blue is not just a color, it's feeling, it's pride, it's life. From this picturesque corner, the journey heads north, where the aroma of coffee and the crisp air announce the arrival in the legendary highlands. Mirador del Tigre, where the jungle touches the sky. Mirador del Tigre, in northern Petén, offers one of the most breathtaking views in Guatemala. From above, the jungle stretches out like an endless green sea, and Mayan pyramids emerge from the morning mist. Can you imagine watching the sun rise over an ocean of trees? Archaeological studies indicate that this viewpoint belonged to an ancient Mayan city connected to Tikal and Yaxha. The trail to reach it requires effort, but the reward is indescribable. The silence of the forest, broken only by birdsong, makes each step feel like a return to one's origins. From this natural balcony, visitors understand the grandeur of the Mayan world and its harmony with nature. From the heights, we now descend to a mysterious lake that reflects the ruins of the past. Laguna Lachua, the emerald mirror of the jungle. Laguna Lachua seems like a portal to another world. Its turquoise water and almost perfect circular shape have earned it the nickname the Eye of the Sea in the jungle. National park documents indicate that its name comes from the Quichua language and means foul water, although ironically, It's one of the clearest in the country. Would you dare to swim in a lake so serene that it reflects even the clouds? Surrounded by biodiversity, Lachua is home to monkeys, birds, and orchids. Access isn't easy, but that's precisely what keeps it untouched. Here, time doesn't pass. It glides by. Like leaves on the water, from this hidden gem, the road leads us east, where faith and hope are dressed in white. Monterrico, sun, sand, and happy turtles. Monterrico is the tropical paradise of the Guatemalan Pacific. Its black volcanic sand beaches shimmer in the sun like stardust. Have you ever seen a sunset so intense it looks like fire on the water? Here, every evening is a free spectacle. Tourist brochures highlight the sea turtle conservation projects, which visitors can support by releasing hatchlings into the sea. The atmosphere is relaxed, perfect for walking barefoot, surfing, or simply listening to the gentle lapping of the waves. The nearby mangroves offer boat trips among herons and caimans. Monterrico is the perfect blend of relaxation and nature. And so, amidst sun, jungle, and sea, our journey through a vibrant, breathing, and captivating Guatemala comes to an end. Santiago Atitlan, living tradition among volcanoes. Santiago Atitlan is a place where the past and present coexist in harmony. Surrounded by the volcano of the same name, its people proudly maintain the Tzutujil Mayan traditions. Historical documents tell us that here, ancestral culture refuses to disappear. Did you know that each traditional garment has a spiritual meaning? The embroidery tells stories of the lake, the gods, and daily life. Walking through its market is a sensory journey. The aroma of toasted corn, the colors of the textiles, and voices speaking Mayan fill the air. Visitors often come to see Maximon, a sacred figure who embodies both saints and local deities. Santiago is pure authenticity, a living museum on the shores of the lake. From its ancestral traditions, we follow another town where peace and introspection permeate every corner. San Marcos La Laguna, a refuge for the soul. San Marcos La Laguna is the most spiritual corner of Lake Atitlan. Nestled among mountains and mango trees, it's a paradise for those seeking rest, yoga, and positive energy. Would you like to meditate overlooking the lake at sunrise? Here, it's practically a tradition. Tourist brochures mention its alternative atmosphere, filled with artists, healers, and travelers who have decided to stay indefinitely. Life in San Marcos flows gently. Art workshops, vegetarian food, and hikes to viewpoints where the world seems to stand still. The silence is broken only by birdsong. This small town has a special magnetism, difficult to explain but easy to feel. From the tranquility of the lake, we embark on a journey to the verdant mountains of the country's interior, where nature becomes synonymous with freshness. Coban, the green garden of the highlands. Coban is a city where mist caresses the rooftops and the aroma of coffee fills the air. Surrounded by mountains and waterfalls, it is the heart of the Alta Verapaz department. Did you know that one of the world's largest orchid festivals is held here? Botanical records confirm that this region is home to hundreds of unique species. Life in Coban has its own rhythm. Friendly people, a mild climate, and a cuisine that blends indigenous and mestizo influences. The local cafes are temples of flavor. Coban is the gateway to many natural destinations, such as the Quetzal biotope, home to Guatemala's national bird. And that's precisely where we're headed, following the Quetzal's call through the mist. Esquipulas, the city of faith and promises. Esquipulas is synonymous with devotion. Thousands of pilgrims arrive each year at the sanctuary of the Black Christ, an 18th century architectural gem. Religious documents listed as one of the most important spiritual centers in Central America. Would you like to feel the emotion of a multitude praying in silence? Here, faith is palpable in the air. But Esquipulas is not just spirituality. Its surroundings offer mountains, coffee plantations, and hospitable people. The streets smell of incense and freshly baked bread. It is a place that invites reflection, gratitude, and rest for the soul. From its sacred calm, we descend to the Pacific coast, where the sea welcomes us with salty embraces and golden sand. El Paredon Beach, the Pacific's secret. El Paredon is the best-kept secret of Guatemala's Pacific coast. Its black sand beaches, the hypnotic sound of the waves, and its fiery sunsets make this destination the ideal refuge for those seeking peace and surf. Did you know that international surfing tournaments are held here? Tourist guides mention it as one of the areas with the best waves in the country. The locals are expert surfers, but also excellent hosts. Hospitality is served with cold coconuts and genuine smiles. During the day, you can explore the mangroves by boat, observe birds, or simply relax in a hammock facing the sea. At night, the stars seem to fall over the horizon, and the sound of the sea lulls you to sleep. El Paredón is a place that teaches you to live slowly. Without a clock, would you dare to fall asleep to the constant melody of the waves? From the calm of the ocean, the journey leads us to a point where the horizon opens to the jungle and the heights. Yaxha, the green reflection of Mayan civilization. Yaxha is an archaeological gem hidden between the jungle and the water. Its temples rise above the lagoon of the same name. Creating a landscape that seems otherworldly. Did you know that its name means blue-green water in the Mayan language? Archaeological documents describe it as a city allied with Tikal, with more than 500 structures discovered. As the sun sets, the reflection of the main temple on the lagoon is a breathtaking spectacle. The sounds of howler monkeys accompany the experience, as if the ancient gods still watched over the place. Walking through Yaxha is to feel the weight of history and the tranquility of nature simultaneously. From its mystical serenity, the journey continues deep north, where the jungle guards a city almost forgotten by time. Cibal, the stone art of the Pasión River. Cibal is one of those places that combines natural beauty and ancient art. Located on the banks of the Pasión River, its name comes from the enormous ceiba trees that surround it. A sacred symbol for the Maya, archaeologists consider it an open-air museum. Its stelae are finely carved with faces and hieroglyphs that tell stories from millennia ago. Did you know it was one of the last Maya centers to be abandoned? A walk through Cibal is a peaceful experience, accompanied by the sound of water and birdsong. Its trails are well maintained, and the jungle offers shade and coolness. It is a perfect place for those who love history without the hustle and bustle of mass tourism. From this site full of mystery, the route takes us to the highlands, where the Quiché Maya built a legendary capital. Mixco Viejo, a fortress among hills and legends. Mixco Viejo rises above a breathtaking landscape of canyons and rivers that wind through the mountains. It was the capital of the Pocomam people, known for their bravery and monumental architecture. Archaeological documents reveal that its temples and plazas were designed with admirable mathematical precision. Did you know that this site withstood one of the longest battles of the conquest? A tour of Mixco Viejo is an adventure that blends history, nature, and contemplation. From the pyramids, you can see valleys shrouded in mist, and the wind seems to whisper ancient war chants. The site retains its original structure and is surrounded by trails that invite you to wander peacefully. The local people, proud of their heritage, keep the oral tradition alive, recounting stories of heroes who still protect the site. Can you imagine watching a sunset from a fortress that has witnessed centuries of history? Mixco Viejo is strength and memory. A hidden gem that reminds us of the grandeur of the past. From these sacred heights, the journey returns to the tranquil waters of Lake Atitlan, where art blossoms with every brushstroke. San Juan La Laguna, the artistic canvas of Lake Atitlan. San Juan La Laguna is not just a town, it's a living gallery. Located on the shores of Lake Atitlan, this small corner has become the artistic heart of the highlands. Its streets are adorned with colorful murals that tell Mayan stories, legends of the lake, and messages of hope. Did you know that women's cooperatives here produce natural dyes made from local plants? Cultural documents highlight their commitment to sustainable art and the community economy. Walking through San Juan is to discover the soul of Guatemalan art, painting workshops, textile markets, and the aromas of cacao and artisanal coffee. Artists open their homes to showcase their work, creating an intimate and authentic atmosphere. Visitors don't just buy art, they learn how it's made, how it feels. Can you imagine painting facing the lake with the volcano in the background? San Juan inspires. From its vibrant creativity, we cross over to a neighboring town that has decided to paint its identity on its own walls. Huehuetenango, mountains, coffee, and Mayan heart. Huehuetenango, affectionately known as Huehu, is a universe unto itself. Nestled among the Cuchumatanes, the highest mountain range in Central America, it offers breathtaking landscapes. Did you know that some of the world's finest coffee is grown here? Agricultural records indicate that its high-altitude beans have notes of chocolate and flowers. But Huehuetenango doesn't just smell of coffee. It also smells of history, marimba music, and fertile earth. In its villages, like Todos Santos Cuchumatan, indigenous traditions remain intact. People wear vibrant traditional clothing and celebrate festivals where music and dance mark the passing of the seasons. Markets overflow with fruits, textiles, and smiles. The fresh air invites you to breathe slowly, to observe, to connect. Would you dare to watch the sunrise from the Juan Dieguez Oliveri lookout, where the clouds seem like a white sea beneath your feet? Huehuetenango is the essence of Guatemala. A diverse, proud, and profoundly human land. From here, the traveler understands that the true journey doesn't end. It simply transforms.